For decades, baseball was more than just a game. It was a symbol of America's cultural identity. But hidden behind the crack of a bat and the roar of a crowd was an undeniable truth. America's pastime was steeped in the same racial segregation that plagued the nation at large. For nearly 60 years, African Americans were denied the opportunity to compete at the highest level of the sport. In the early 20th century, baseball's major leagues followed the racial segregation of society, enforcing what was known as the Gentleman's Agreement. This unwritten rule meant that African American players were systematically excluded from joining the league. While some black players found success in the minor leagues, the doors to Major League Baseball, MLB, remained firmly closed. Despite individuals like former New York Giants manager John McGraw pushing for change and speaking out against the policy, the powers that controlled baseball, team owners, and league officials maintained their stance. The wall of racial intolerance remained unyielding, keeping black players out of the league and limiting their opportunities. As World War II came to an end, African American veterans who had fought for freedom and equality abroad returned home to face a bitter reality. They had served their country, yet their right to compete in Major League Baseball, the very game that symbolized American identity, was denied. These veterans, who had seen firsthand the horrors of war and risked their lives for a cause greater than themselves, began to question the inherent injustice of being excluded from their right to play America's national sport. It wasn't just about baseball. It was about equal rights, about proving that black Americans deserved the same opportunities and respect as their white counterparts. As the civil rights movement began to gather strength in the 1940s, the call for equality was no longer confined to political circles. It reached into every aspect of society, including sports. Black athletes and their supporters began to demand the same rights that had long been denied to them. The time for change had come. It was a man named Branch Rickey who would take the decisive step to end segregation in baseball. As the general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Rickey understood the untapped potential of African American athletes. He saw what the MLB was missing, not just in terms of talent, but in the future of the game itself. He decided to do what no one had dared to do before: integrate Major League Baseball. Rickey's plan wasn't just about signing any black player. It was about finding the right person to withstand the immense pressure of breaking baseball's color barrier. He needed someone who could handle the hatred, the discrimination, and the verbal and physical abuse that would come from every corner of the sport. In 1947, Rickey found that person, Jackie Robinson, a player with the poise, intelligence, and skill to not only succeed on the field, but to change the very fabric of American society. When Robinson first stepped on the field for the Brooklyn Dodgers, it was more than just a historic moment for baseball. It was a turning point for the country. The journey ahead would not be easy. As Robinson himself said, "This ain't fun, but you'll watch me. I'll get it done." These words were a testament to the strength and determination that carried him through relentless adversity. The road was anything but smooth. Robinson was subjected to racial slurs, death threats, and intense hostility from opposing players and fans alike. Some of his own teammates, in fact, refused to play alongside him at first. But through it all, Robinson's performance on the field spoke louder than any words of hate. He played with grace, dignity, and a determination that would make him a legend. Slowly but surely, attitudes began to change. The baseball community, and even many of his former critics, started to recognize Robinson's extraordinary talent. The MLB was beginning to witness the potential that had been suppressed for so long. Robinson's success began to open the door for more African American players to join the league. In the years following Robinson's debut, the floodgates began to open. Legendary players such as Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Satchel Paige joined the ranks of Major League Baseball, enriching the sport with their immense talent and changing the game forever. Jackie Robinson's entrance into the world of Major League Baseball did more than just break a color barrier. It was part of a larger movement towards racial equality in the United States. Robinson's actions helped propel the civil rights movement forward, contributing to the eventual passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the desegregation of many public spaces and policies. Today, baseball is a much more diverse sport. African American, Latino, Asian, and other players have become an integral part of the fabric of Major League Baseball. The inclusion of these players has made the game richer, more exciting, and more representative of the country as a whole. But the journey toward true equality didn't end with Robinson's debut. While baseball was integrated, racial inequality continued to permeate society for decades. In the years that followed, more steps were taken towards social justice and equality, and the impact of Robinson's bravery extended far beyond the ballpark. Today, Jackie Robinson's legacy is honored every year on April 15th, Jackie Robinson Day, when every Major League player wears his number 42, a symbol of his courage, his perseverance, and his trailblazing impact on the world of sports. As Robinson himself once said, "There's not an American in this country free until every one of us is free." His actions, his fight, and his refusal to back down embodied the truth that freedom, equality, and opportunity are for all. And in baseball, Jackie Robinson was a living testament to that fight. Jackie Robinson's story is one of immense courage, undying perseverance, and unwavering belief in the pursuit of equality. His place in history is secure, not only as a baseball legend, but as a pioneer for social justice. The game will never be the same. For baseball fans, for all of us, the game has never been the same.